Good Sunday morning, everybody. This is about my fourth take, trying to make a nice video and kind of see how I like it, and if I'm not camera shy, which I'm probably not. I love people. I'm a talker, and I just figured, it'd be kind of nice to give back a little bit with some YouTube help videos if I can figure out how to, edit them and upload them and all that stuff. But that's how I learned all the stuff this far, working on motorcycles, through YouTube videos and the books. I stay in the books, YouTube videos. I go down to Canton Cycle Specialties, #1 independent motorcycle shop in Canton, Ohio, and all surrounding areas, and drive them guys crazy and ask a lot of questions. I was just down there yesterday with my partner doing his lower chrome fork legs, and but yeah, I'm putting this 1985 FLHT Electric Glide back on the road. I've had it for a couple years. I bought it with a wrecked front end. I put new tubes on it. Actually, I paid the shop to do it, Canton Cycles. I sent the lowers down and to a polishing shop, had them all brought back, and the tabs was broke for the fenders, for the front fender, and Seth down there did some magic and made them look stock. They looks like OEM to me. But I love the Evolution motors, and I just want to experience riding this thing, feel what it was like back in 1985. Well, after a shovel head, I hear it's the bottom end of these Evolutions is still shovel head, but they changed, the jugs and stuff. But I just want to experience what it feels like to ride this thing after putting in all this time and hard work on it and dedication and doing it right by the book, like this morning. For my I'm putting the primary back together right now, but I wanted to use the old gaskets. Don't look bad to me. I wiped them off. They look good and they're thick, and these are brand new and they're like cardboard type stuff. But I was talking to my partner this morning. He's like, man, just put the brand new stuff on there and be done with it. It would suck going through all this hard work and then getting leaks. And I'm usually never been a tightwad, real cheap like that, so to speak. But I was sure fighting with myself this morning, wanting to save them new gaskets. I don't know why. I probably won't have an Evolution after this again, so I'm not going to need them parts. But yeah, I'm just trying to get it to the point where we can fire it off and put it around the city a little bit. And it's going to be pretty much stock, other than the front end. I bought a chrome cowl for the. I'm not going to put the stock fairing back on it. Other than that, everything else is going to be stock. And yeah, so I'm not trying to make it no show bike or nothing like that. But I took this thing down to the motor and tranny and went down the rabbit hole. And the wiring harness, that's the only things I haven't took off of it. Come with drag pipes. I spent some really, really good money on true dual header pipes and exhaust pipes for it. I had fishtails, but I changed my mind on them and went with some Screaming Eagle round slip-ons for the ass end. But yeah, I'm putting this primary back together, and this is my happy place out here by myself. The dogs and the old lady and mama, they're all safe and warm in the house, and I'm just out here getting some serenity. It's one of my favorite pastimes, one of my favorite things to do, is work on the motorcycles. And I'm by no means a mechanic at all, but I'm definitely learning. I'm having fun. I'm learning a lot of new stuff as I go along. I was trying to figure out why the washers on these derby covers are nylon, but the ones on the actual primary are steel. And I didn't want to really bother nobody this early in the morning and check, but I also need to figure out. I did use the blue Loctite on all the outer primary bolts, and I heard not to use the red because, just in case I got to go in there and mess that chain and all that stuff. And I'm assuming that you don't use it on these derby covers because that's where you go in to make your adjustments and all that kind of stuff. and the clutch, adjust your clutch, get to the clutch basket this way. So I don't know, I know that I did grease my, this shit should all be tight. Me and my partner put new stator in here, new clutch basket, new throwout bearing, all that stuff's all brand new, so it should be nice. Somebody took care of the engine, whoever had it. They took care of it a little bit, so. But yeah, man, I decided to jump out and make my first video and see how it works, man. And keep on trucking while I'm waiting for my tins to come back for the 05. Can't get this O-ring to stay up in here, so I'm assuming maybe if I put a little grease on it, it'll kind of stick up in there. I don't know. Let's see. But yeah, if I can get this editing and YouTube down and learn how to do all that, and you know, upload everything to help other beginners and stuff that I've been down that road and learned, man, that'd be pretty cool. And I'm into helping other people, man. I'm definitely not the one to be stingy with any kind of skills or lessons, you know what I mean? So cannot get that to stay up in there for nothing. There we go. But yeah, I'm keeping it pretty much stock. And man, I fought with myself on the motor. I wanted to take the motor out so many different times and go down to Canton Cycle and pull it out of my trunk, give it to Seth, like, man, do something to it, you know, make it right, replace the whole top end, all the gas stuff, but it's clean. I went over it, and I think that everything's going to be fine. I replaced all the electrical in it, starter, coil, stator, rectifier. It's all brand new. I had the original S&S carburetor rebuilt down there. Rich did it at Canton Cycle. And Wade, Seth, Rich, Tom, Al, the biker's pal, Eric. Them are my buddies down there at Canton Cycle, and they give me inspiration. I love going down there and just hanging out, watching them work on the bikes. I go down and take pictures of all the bikes in the shop several times a month. Just my other addiction is motorcycles. Harley-Davidson's like, I love it. I love Harley-Davidsons. I don't care what the next guy rides, but as far as me, it won't be like no Honda or Suzuki or metric bikes. It's Harley-Davidson all the way or nothing, man. I'll probably be like that until I die. But yeah, I'm just trying to have fun, man. Have fun, and I love wrenching on these things, man. Even if I don't know what I'm doing, I've invested a lot of money in tools and lifts and motorcycle jacks and all that kind of stuff, and got the propane and the kerosene heater going. I'm comfortable out here. We're getting ready to be under a snow advisory, so we're getting ready to go through all that snow shit again. But man, I wish I could get this O-ring to really stay up in there, man. It's not stretched or nothing. It should stay. The only thing I know to do is put a little bit of grease up in there, and it should hold it. Got a lot of new stuff for this bike though that I've invested. You know, new footboards and all the electric stuff like that you can't have, all new brake lines, and you know, certain stuff like that you can't half step that type of stuff, man. So but I cannot wait to hear this old Evo fire up. It's probably one of my favorite engines. I just think they sound good. They're almost indestructible. Wasn't a lot of problems with them. And like I said, part of the history, you know, helped put Harley-Davidson back on the map when they bought it back from AMF or whatever. But you know, there's a lot of information out there in the YouTube videos, and I've watched so many, man. I mean, it's like, it consumes me sometimes because it's just what I'm into. I'm always just trying to take in more knowledge, and I'll have to go back around one time. Just hand tight knees. I learned my lesson on breaking a lot of stuff, putting that big crank on things. So I get the book out and I'll break the I'll go around and put everything, tighten everything down to specifications. But I'm very close, man. I got to put this oil filter holder on up underneath, connect my oil lines to the oil tank, carburetor's on, throttle's hooked up, finished putting my rectifier on, and then plug in a few wires, figure that stuff out, hook my battery up. I got new cables for that. Got a new battery. I've had the battery for like a year and a half. I got in a little bit of a hurry, trying to cover all the bases, and then figure out which gas tank I'm going to use. Fire it up. Once I hear it run, it is on and popping. So I won't be able to stop myself. Then I'll stay at it until I get it to where I want it. And then I'm going to try to do the skins on this, paint them myself. I invested in a 40-gallon air compressor and a bunch of other stuff, sandpaper and body work stuff, and watching a lot of YouTube videos. But you know, I'm also thinking it'd be a nice little side hustle later on in life. As I get older, my body don't move so much. Maybe I can paint, you know, tanks and fenders, and you know, get some good quality work out, some good deals. And I got airbrush guns. I'm trying to learn how to do that. And so much I want to do in so little time, but one day at a time. I hope everybody's having a nice, peaceful, and warm Sunday. And thanks for checking me out. Have a good day.